Welcome everyone. In today's lecture we are going to discuss the social impact research. Uh, Social impact research have different definition and books and research methodologies, but here we will discuss to the very brief and in the main crux that what is social impact research. Basically, in social science research methodology, we have different types of research, different design, different methods and techniques due to the dynamic nature of society and human beings. In natural sciences, we have a one and a specified domain for conducting research study. That is mostly the experimental method that follow those people conducting research, and natural sciences mostly follow the experimental method and do experiments in lab. In social sector and in the social sciences, our lab is society and we are conducting experiment in that societal lab. On the basis of that, we face so many complex issues and methodology in conducting studies and so many other things. But basically, social impact research from the its heading social impact. Social means the a group or the which consists of the society as a humans and group. The impact is the effect which cause either the negative effect or positive effect or any particular phenomena. We have different designs, different research types we had discussed earlier in the previous topics, applied research, action research, basic research, but every research has his own area of jurisdiction. It depends on the importance and the nature of the topic. On the basis of that, we have different types of research, which is the main issue. Let's start social impact research. It is the subtype of applied research in which we study the complex social phenomena. Here in action research or any other kind of research is the only difference that in any other kind of research, like in basic research we study to the existing methodologies of research or exploring knowledge. In action research we seek to provide solution to the immediate problem on immediate basis. But here in social impact research we study the long-term effects. We study the long-term impacts, we study the long-term consequences of any particular phenomena. Like we study complex social phenomena like poverty, global warming, another one is global pornography, child abuse, etc. We study those major and the complex phenomena which affect each and every individual around the world, not in a particular locality. It suffer each and everyone around the world. We study those things in social impact research, which has a long-term and a major impact on the society and individual. In social impact, we study the long-term effects of any particular phenomena or poverty, global warming, climatic change, the global petroleum crisis or inflation crisis or any other crisis. Which affect mostly the humans in a long way or in a genuine way. We in social impact research basically we study the effects of social problems on human being in our environment in which we are living. We study either for the goodness or for the worstness of a particular issue, a particular phenomena. We do social impacts. Our social impacts is basically a type of research in which we study the social issues, social processes, the problems, the practice, the phenomenon, the process, in order to develop sustainable goal development for the improvement or the betterment of society. We study the in social impact research, we study the different social issues, different social phenomena with respect to humans and its environmental impact. What causes a human suffers, what causes a human which cause harm to human, which and means to say that in social impact research we are not going to explore a particular or a specific issue. We are exploring the general and the most viral and trending issues which affect everyone around the globe, not in a particular community, in a particular cultural or a regional setup. It affects throughout the world, throughout the country, or uniformly, almost uniformly, each and everyone. And such kind to study such kind of problem which affect the humans and the environment uniformly, not locally or regionally. We do social impact research in that case. Social impact research have many different types on the basis of the nature and design in a particular locality or any other social setup. On the basis of those social setup or those parameter variables or factors, we have different types of social impact research too. That is academic impact research, when we do when we see to explore the impact of a particular research study or a particular piece of knowledge. Then we do academic impact research when we want to explore the impact of a particular cultural trend, moral or value, or any other cultural trait in which the domain and the boundary is only the culture. What are the cultural values, what are the ways of normative behavior, or any other dressing pattern, or any other trending trends which have the root cause and culture. We see that any particular cultural change, or whenever we change this particular phenomena in a particular culture, and then we go for cultural impact research, in which mean to say that in which the impact, the social impact we see only in a cultural setup. We see the cultural impact with respect to the environment and society. Then it becomes cultural impact, social impact research. The another one is economic impact research. And economic impact research, we see the worth, the value of the economy with respect to any particular phenomena. When we see the inflation, let's suppose the any other global phenomena related to economy or economics, we see the particular we see from a particular stance to that problem, which may be called economic impact research. Or when we see the economic impact with respect to the society, then it becomes economic impact research. The another well-being impact research, and well-being impact research is mostly done in sociology, psychology, educational psychology, social work, criminology, gender studies, in which we see for the betterment of communities, for the betterment of human beings, for their good health, either it is a physical health or either it is a mental health. In order to improve their health, we study things and trends which impact the well-being of a particular society or a particular country. Then is the environmental impact research. In environmental impact research, we see the climatic and environmental global changes which affect our surrounding and environment. The last one is social and policy impact research. In social and policy impact research, we do extensive studies to see the impact of any particular phenomena for the betterment of this community, for the betterment of this country, for the betterment of this society, and what will be the impact of a particular policy. These are all research based or scientific based knowledge we provide for the solution of global or complex problem or sustainable goal development. We do social impact research. The another one thing is steps in social impact research. These have the same steps as we follow in any kind of other research study, like basic research, exchange research, or evaluation research. We do the same step, we repeat the same step, but here we change changes in the subheadings or in the sub topic and the subsections on the basis of the nature of the topic, on the basis of its impact, its importance, and its application. On the basis of that, we do smaller and minor changes in this major step, and then go for social impact research. Let's see. In introduction sections, we set objectives. We set objectives, argument or rationale. We set research questions, but these objectives, argument or rationale or research questions will be impact oriented. Not will be like an evaluation research or an action research or an basic research. It will must link to the social impact, or it will must link to these major things. Okay. The second thing is a literature review. This is the same step which we repeat in every research method or in every research design. We do the extensive literature survey. We look for the if we are studying particular poverty. For example, we are studying poverty. We set objectives regarding poverty. We set rationale about poverty, that we are eradicating the global poverty, or poverty eradication process, or analysis of poverty eradication, like that. Then we set research questions, that why poverty exists, why we can't reduce poverty throughout the globe, why there is unemployment, and so on, and so many other things. It will be linked to a particular topic, which and that particular topic must link to the a general category of social impact. The third thing is methodology. We have different, like if we look at the types of social impact research, we have different types, and every type is linked to a specific academic discipline or in a specific academic jurisdiction. On the basis of that jurisdiction, if we are going to conduct the social impact research, but that social impact research is academic social impact research, then we adopt the most feasible methodology regarding academic impact research. If we are doing, for example, social impact research related to culture, then we study the qualitative one, which is mostly the maybe anthropological research or participant observation, in which we study. In anthropological research, we study the cultural and cultural settings and its impacts on environment and human being. So we have different qualitative and quantitative design. Then we select for that design, and that design have his own techniques and methods of data collection, data analysis, and data interpretations. We will follow on those methods and those procedure of a particular design, either on the basis of a topic or the nature of our topic. We will discuss here. We can use different research design, either it is experimental, either it is qualitative, either it is quantitative, either it is maybe in quantitative, it may be experimental, a survey method, or a content analysis. In qualitative, it may be a pragmatic research, or ethnographic study, or grounded theory, or a participant observation, or ethnographic research, or any other kind of research. We can change here in methodology, which is totally based on the topic and nature of our study. And it also depends on our objectives, that what we are going to find out from this particular study, or what are our research questions or hypotheses. Research questions or hypotheses are those proposed idea, or those proposed are tentative statements in which the overall idea of our research get revolve around that a particular axis of the hypothesis and research objectives. Now, another thing is data analysis. If we had used the qualitative design here, then we go for qualitative data analysis, like content analysis, interpretation, descriptions, and so many other things. Then we go for quantitative method of data analysis. If we had used here quantitative research design, then we go for here in quantitative tools of data analysis, like we will use the use of mathematics, inferential, and descriptive statistics, or any statistical softwares are the most common in social sciences, as SPSS, the use of SPSS, and quantitative and any other qualitative tool of data analysis. And data analysis is composed of so many further sub steps. Likewise, the methodology is composed of so many further sub steps. Likewise, the introduction is composed of so many other sub steps. But here you have just to understand and and define what we can link them into the major categories, and what is the overall sketch for this particular research. If you are writing a dissertation or a paper or article related to social impact research, then we go for the formal writing procedures and process, which we vary from one institution to another institution, from one country to another country, but mostly we follow the international and the global standards. The last one is results finding, the fifth one is results, findings, conclusion. From this, data analysis or data interpretation or data simplification, we derive the major results or the major findings. From that major findings, then we derive conclusion, and then we can write report. From that report, we communicate and share to the intellectual and the scientific community that we have done a particular research study regarding a particular issue, a social problem, and here is the report. And that report is the conclusion and or the summary of our research project. The last thing is references. It is just like common literature review, in which mostly in social sciences we use the APA and American Psychological Association, American Sociological Association, American Psychological Association, but the most common and viral is American Psychological Association. The current manual we follow the 6th manual from the from the next session. 2020, the last half of 2022 and 23 onward, we will use the 7th manual of American Psychological Association. It has international standard written by the expert for the conduction of a research study in a particular domain. Then we acknowledge the resources, or they acknowledge those things, either those are books, those are articles, those are newspaper article, those are maybe magazine, or any other secondary piece of information or secondary data. We will acknowledge them here, but there is a proper referencing method. I will discuss them in detail in the upcoming lecture. We have the extensive and the long referencing method, that is from one author to other, how we can write the or how we can cite a proper a resource in APA style, in MLS style, in Chicago format, in Vancouver format, in EE format, and any other format. We will discuss them in detail one by one with a very brief and a sample method. It is the easiest one, and we will go further. But here, must in every research study, it is must, and it is if we don't acknowledge the resources or the sources which we had consulted in conducting a particular study, if we are not able to acknowledge them, it is unethical. It comes in the category of academic theft, or plagiarism, or academic dishonesty. It will lead to further complication and tussle of accreditations. So in references, we have to overall acknowledge the secondary piece of information, or the secondary resources, that this specific piece of information had been taken from this specific book, this specific piece of information which we had utilized in data analysis, or in a discussion section, or in a methodology section. We had get from that particular source, from that particular book, or from that particular article. We have must to do that, because it is, and if we don't do so, it is unethical. It come in the category of plagiarism and academic theft. We must have to cite them in literature review, how to write in smart note, or how to do referencing. I will explain them in the upcoming lecture in very detail. But here we must have to acknowledge those resources and those sources related to our study, that these references, are these secondary resources, are these sources we had consulted in our study. We must have to do that. Wish you all the best. I hope you have learned about the social impact research. Basically research is very easiest, but it is but technical, just like mathematics. But I don't like mathematics, but I do like and love research, and so particularly social science research, and I feel proud in teaching, learning by teaching social science research method in order to help my fellow human beings, friends, family members, or any other one around the globe, whom they may get benefited from my message, from my efforts. It's enough for me, and it's a great pleasure and a great pride for me. Wish you all the best, and see you soon. Please like Danish Research Lab and share with the interested candidates, so that they may be learn something new from in research methodology. See you soon. Wish you all the best.